My name is Xueyang, and I was born in China. Chinese children like to read stories, not only simply tell the stories, but the story also convey the principle behind the stories. When I was little, my mom bought me lots of storybooks, and I always asked her to read before I went to bed. One of favorite one named Wang Yang Bu Lao, which means mending the fold after the sheep have been stolen. The story talked a man who raised the sheep noticed there was a hole in the walls of his sheepfold. He ignored it at first, and after a few days later, several sheep were missing. His friend advised him it's not too late to repair the sheepfold. This story advises us that even though we have suffered a huge loss, it's never too late to take steps to prevent future losses. I also have read Western stories. Most of them just simply tell the stories, such as Snow White and Sleeping Beauty. The Western child storybook mentions love story even when child was young. In Chinese culture, personal affection is rarely mentioned in the child book. I personally believe this difference reflects on cultural differences between Eastern and Western culture. For example, Western openly express personal affection within family members even in public, such as saying I love you. In contrast, Asian culture rarely express I love you on a daily basis. Another story I enjoyed to read was Pulling Out Radish. It talks how one person cannot pull out a huge radish. It needs group effort to achieve a big goal, which is to pull out the big radish. This story reflects on how Chinese value on group efforts rather than individual achievement. This also reflects on the differences between collectivism and individualism. From my reading experiences both in China and in America, what we have read really shape our identity and our value. The cultural value play a huge role on children's literacy.